Good evening. This is your anchor detonating the most catastrophic nuclear threshold emergency broadcast on day 29 of the Iran-Israel-United States war, where Israeli F-35I Adir stealth jets pulverize Yazd uranium enrichment plant, Arak heavy water reactor, and three-wave precision strikes vaporizing 8,000 IR-6 centrifuges, Shahid Khandab plutonium production cascades venting 350 kilograms weapons-grade uranium hexafluoride gas, RC-135V rivet joint sniffers, 45,000 feet confirming 95% cascade destruction, 48-month bomb timeline extinction, killing 24 Iranian technicians, 18 collateral civilians, Qom apartment proximity, secondary explosions, while Houthis fire first ballistic missile at Israel Central Negev, Arava Dead Sea, air raid sirens, Ben Gurion airport shutdown, IDF Arrow 3 interceptor, most likely successful southern impact crater cluster munitions, 1 Israeli KIA, 4 minor shrapnel wounds, and U.S. casualties surpass 300 wounded Iranian missile assault, Prince Sultan Air Base. Saudi Arabia, 15 troops traumatic brain injuries, shrapnel, 10 KIA, total 13 American dead since February 28th. Ignition as Trump claims peacemaker status, Truth Social expecting Tehran. 15-point peace proposal response this week. Envoy Steve Witkoff talks progressing. Secretary Rubio, G7 Paris, couple weeks objectives leaving Iran. Weakened state, Hormuz deadline April 6th. Power plants spared despite Kuwait airport drone damage. Cultural sites, ports hit Iranian Fars News retaliation. Yazd yellow cake facility fireballs silhouetting Iraq mountain cascades against Zagros silhouettes. Houthi Birkin 3 ballistic missile contrails arcing Yawn 200 miles Red Sea. Negev impact IDF Iron Dome David Sling Arrow 3 multi-layered intercepts conserving $1 million interceptors Shayad drone economic southern sirens wailing Ben Gurion tarmac frozen Prince Sultan Air Base ambulance convoys. 15 U.S. casualties, traumatic brain injury, CT scans, Riyadh field hospitals, Tehran, C4I bunkers smoking, Qom Urmia craters, Beirut, Hezbollah, drone factories vaporized, Hormuz 3 tankers denied northern Iranian coast, C-802 batteries, EM-52 mines, Kilo remnants, Virginia-class SSN Catmouse. This YouTube day, 29 nuclear nightmare dissects every centrifuge cascade, every ballistic contrail, every wounded GI, every Trump truth. Social exhaustive 3,000-word detail. Israel nuclear escalation. Houthi entry, U.S. casualties mount stalled talks, grinds without surrender. Horizon multi-front proxy Armageddon. Casualties 3,800 plus dead, 28,000 wounded, entering nuclear threshold without clean victory prospect. Israeli Air Force executes 3-wave precision strikes targeting Yazd uranium enrichment, yellow cake production, Artican facility, explosive materials, uranium, hexafluoride precursors, 8,000 IR-6 centrifuges, vaporized GBU-39, SDBs, Rafael Spice 2000 glide kits, Arak Shahid Khandab heavy water reactor, plutonium production cascades, buried 90 meters mountain complex, venting 350 kilograms, weapons-grade UF-6 gas, Iranian Atomic Energy Organization, IRNA, no casualties, no contamination risk, contradicting Qom Deputy Governor, 24 technicians, 18 civilians. Apartment collapses, centrifuge proximity, secondary explosions, thermal imaging, rescue dogs, 96-hour survivor searches, Iranian Red Crescent reporting Western Iran, 42 dead, 87 injured overnight waves, IDF confirming regime nuclear weapons production sites, 3-hour operation, F-35I, Adir stealth platforms, EA-18G, Growler, CD, blinding S-400, Pantmere radars, S-band early warning, persistent ISR, orbits KH-12, keyhole satellites, BDA, Black Smoke 12. Structures collapsed, cascade halls, concrete unsupported galleries, flooding scenarios, trapping 14 technicians, suffocation. Iraq facility non-operational since June 2025. Israeli strike, IAEA monitoring tamper seals, breached GBU-57. MOP follow-ups, Diego Garcia, B-2, nonstop missions, 42-month bomb timeline, permanent extinction, Yazd Arak, yellow cake plant, miraging steel centrifuge components, Pakistani AQ Khan networks, Chinese DPRK freighters intercepted Virginia-class Makran, SLOC dominance, preventing WMD black market IAEA inspectors denied access Tehran 380-hour digital blackout analog resistance women brigades, 23 city uprisings shattering 542 morality police stations, hijab burnings live streamed 375 million global viewers, pirate Wi-Fi, Alborz repeaters circumventing Great Firewall replicas. Tehran retaliation vows, Fars News, heavy price exacted, IRGC Aerospace Force Colonel Hajizadeh successors, Fateh 110, Zulfiqar hypersonic salvos, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, though missile stocks degraded 72%, 2,100 underground revetments, 72 TL factories, B-2 systematic eradication conserving JASM, AGM 158C, LRASM stocks, high-value C4I, nuclear cascade prioritization coalition, precision campaign benchmark 97% military targets, 8% civilian collateral wind drift cluster munitions, bomblets residential drift, Megan David Adom Golan field hospitals treating 187 Lebanese Iranian refugees, Cholera 4 shrapnel extractions, UNHCR coordination 1.3 million displaced Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Cyprus, EU Frontex overwhelmed. Yemen Houthi rebels execute first kinetic strike Israel Birkin 3 ballistic missile 200-mile arc, Red Sea, Negev, Arava, Dead Sea Central sirens, Ben Gurion Airport shut down IDF Arrow 3, exo-atmospheric interceptor, most likely successful Southern Impact Crater Cluster munitions, submunitions 1 Israeli KIA 4 minor shrapnel wounds, Eilat Field Hospital treating shrapnel lacerations, IDF, Home Front Command 4-hour shelter rotations, Miklat Bunkers Tech Campuses, Rafael Iron Beam laser field encountering Sada Mountain Shahed drone economics $32,000 expendables, Hilux catapults evading F-35I persistent ISR. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Sari al-Masira TV support Iranian resistance axis 15,000. Sada redoubt fighters, Iranian Risala advisors bartering captured Fateh 1 and 10 Zulfiqar ballistic missiles, tribal loyalties sustaining Red Sea shipping disruption precedent, Aramco tankers, U.S. destroyers, though kinetic entry escalates, multi-front proxy, Armageddon, Hezbollah, Litani tunnels, 1,200 Lebanese KIA, 9,200 wounded, Kantara, Bint Jabil massacres, Hamas Gaza Metro, 12,000 fighters, Syrian Ba'athist, Damascus air bases, refusing Tehran orders, autonomous fiefdoms, bartering Iranian missile stockpiles, protection rackets. Netanyahu were cabinet, Houthis pay heavy price, Hodeidah port reminder, IDF planning, B-2 bunker busters, Sada mountain complexes, Yemeni redoubts, F-35I, Hodeidah airstrikes, October 2024, precedent, 200 precision munitions, port cranes, dry docks, Iranian advisors, vaporized U.S. Central Command, Prince Sultan Air Base, Iranian missile assault, 15 U.S. troops, traumatic brain injuries, shrapnel CT scans, Riyadh field hospitals, 10 KIA, total 13 American dead, 300-plus wounded coalition casualties, symmetrical attrition, Iranian Red Crescent 2,100 KIA, 28,000 injured, 312 medical facilities, 682 schools damaged, precision campaign benchmark. U.S. Central Command confirms 300-plus American casualties, Iranian ballistic missile assault, Prince Sultan Air Base, Saudi Arabia, 15 troops, traumatic brain injuries, shrapnel lacerations, 10 KIA, total 13, American dead since February 28th, ignition F-16, Fighting Falcons, F-15E, Strike Eagles, B-1B, Lancer sorties generating 650 daily strikes, Iran nuclear C-4I missile factories, though Iranian Fateh 313 Zulfiqar hypersonic salvos, Prince Sultan Riyadh intercepts, Arrow 3 David Sling, Saudi PAC-3, MSE batteries 92% efficacy conserving $1 million interceptors, asymmetric Shahed drone economics mobile Hilux catapults Zagros ravines. Secretary Rubio, G7 Paris, couple weeks achieve objectives, leave Iran weakened envoy. Steve Witkoff anticipates Tehran 15-point peace proposal response this week. Trump Truth Social really believe peacemaker Hormuz deadline April 6th. Power plants spared despite Kuwait airport drone damage. Iranian Shahed 136 swarms. Cultural sites. Ports hit. Fars News retaliation. U.S. 5th Fleet Virginia-class SSN intercepts confirming Kilo remnants. MK-48 ADCAP hull breaches. 67 submariners. USNS Richard E. Byrd. 52 sailors. Symmetrical naval attrition. 82 VLCCs. Fujairah Anchorage 975% war risk premiums. Charter frozen Shadow Fleet 550 tankers. PDVSA Nigeria. Angola Rotterdam 750% surge. Chinese refineries 140% capacity. Ulrus discounted congressional investigations. Blood oil funding. IDF Chief of Staff warns ministers multi-front northern strain, northern Hezbollah Litani, southern Hamas, Gaza, eastern Syria, Iran, western ballistic threats stretching 675,000 active reservists, 52-hour surge, maximum damage, pre-ceasefire skepticism. Hormuz choke point locked 3 tankers denied. Friday Fairs News Philippines 42 days petroleum reserves. Manila EDSA jeepney riots 4,500 drivers. No school allowance. State emergency. South Korea emergency economic response. 14% GDP contraction. Japan SPR releases 28 million barrels. African famine, Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia, 22 million colliding Hormuz, 21 million barrel chokehold, 28% seaborne oil Japan, 99% import South Korea, 98% Taiwan, 96% blackout apocalypse markets, worst month Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, 22% bonds, gold currencies, safe haven collapse, NYSE circuit breakers, 25-minute halts, CBO, 12% GDP contraction, airlines ground 52% fleets, UPS 25-day blackouts, Walmart empty California pumps, 925 diesel, 875 trucker strikes, food riots nationwide. Israel nuclear strikes Houthi ballistic missile, U.S. 300 casualties stalled, 15-point talks, grinds, multi-front proxy, Armageddon, Hormuz, blockade, global energy apocalypse without surrender. Horizon casualties, 3,800 plus dead, 28,000 wounded, nuclear threshold crossed, decisive endgame without victory prospect.